Yo, what's up, everybody? The following segment is a recap of the now infamous time we had in Pasadena, California for AlienCon 2018. We met a ton of listeners, made a ton of friends, made some good connections. We just had a fucking blast, to be honest. It was a great time, and we're going to be looking to do more stuff like that. Obviously, it will probably be a year from now, but we'll let you know. So I hope you enjoy the stories. We pretty much told as much as we could in an hour and 20 minutes or whatever we had here. All right, guys, check it out. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend. Peace.
Welcome to Alien Theorists Theorizing AlienCon Recap.
Woo!
I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And
No Andrew.
New Andrew.
No Andrew.
Andrew's still hungover.
Hasn't moved
I
in
believe it.
5 days.
Do we want to do any kind of space news on this, or are we just going to talk about AlienCon?
Do you got space news?
We can talk about whatever,
Oh, buddy,
whatever we
there's
want.
some space news.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we should do that.
Space news.
All right, what do you got?
How about this fucking Space Force?
The Space Force.
Hashtag Space Force.
America coming
Fuck
to save
yeah.
the moon.
Unbelievable. I'm hoping this really, like, Donald Trump announced the 6th division of the military that's going to be known as the Space Force.
God damn it. Could have went Space Marines.
No, it could have been
Cooler.
anything. Space Force defending the galaxy from all sorts of bugs. Space Force.
Man.
I'm hoping it kicks off a big space race. To be honest, for myself, I'm like, I hope it fucking boom blows up. Everything's
So
fucking.
when you hear Space Force, you instantly we're like straight Star Wars here. But like, what does he actually like say? Why do they actually need a Space Force other than there's a threat from above?
I don't think he really knows what he's talking about. Like 95% of the time, because like the Air Force is already the Space Force.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they already do, really, because they don't handle really anything on the ground. They do most of the, working with like NASA and stuff like that. That's all Air Force things. So I'm like, why do you need another branch that's Space Force? Like,
Well,
Hey,
I know.
Zell,
What?
hold on 1 second.
What?
Just so you know, I'm not gonna be able to record this on my end. It's already crashed twice since we started. So we're going with your stuff.
Well, I've been going with my stuff anyway because your stuff always sucks, so it doesn't matter.
Ouch! Ouch!
Ow.
Ow!
Yeah, fucking Space
Oh,
Force.
ow! That hurts.
because like, how can you be like, we're gonna send a Space Force? Okay, not all of Marines, but like your average Marine, not the brightest bulb in the bunch. And astronauts who go into space, like these guys, they're not only like pilots, but they're also accomplished like scientists and hold like multiple degrees. Like, you're just gonna launch a bunch of jarheads into space? Like what? What? I don't really think there's any thought behind it.
Well, when people start talking about Space Force, everyone like went crazy. Anyone who's into that secret space fleet or secret space program, they're like, "Oh, this is the first step of disclosure. They're gonna let us know that we are actually
You could tell us all about that,
interplanetary."
right? Because you went to the.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. AlienCon had one segment called it was talking about secret space program, and I showed up, and the guy didn't say anything about the secret space program. He pretty much his whole speech was, you know what? If you think about the technology we had in the 70s and what we should have now, it just leads you to think that could be a secret space force. I'm like, that's cool, but do you have anything about it? Or you just, this is what we do. I could just do this at home. What's the difference? It was not.
Like,
It was
I
not.
do this at home.
Yeah. I was hoping he was like, he had some information from like a whistleblower, like, when they say like, my sources say, he had no sources. He pretty much said he pretty much didn't believe in it. And I was like, this is a stupid fucking seminar.
I think we were about 2 for 4. We were about 2 for 4 on the seminars. No, wait.
Um,
3 for 5. I think 3 for 5.
Yeah, we'll
that was-
we'll get to all of them, but
We'll get
that was the big space news. Was the Space Force? I mean, but I think it's just part of disclosure. Like they probably already have some sort of Space Force, but
oh shit! Did you hear that?
yeah,
I
that
heard
was
that.
cool. Yeah.
I was gonna play that later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we'll save that for later because it was fucking deafening.
Yeah, it's probably super. loud.
Oh, let's get right in. I'm not going to do a UFO case file of the week.
No.
We met lots of fans in AlienCon. It was a fucking hoot.
Man, it was a good time.
Hoot and
Oh,
a
it was
half.
a-
Like
it
we
was
were,
a-
yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah. Met some people. You know what? People love the Randomatron.
Folks
Might have
retired
to.
now. It's sad.
We might have
No.
to use some of this money for the X3.
Don't you remember we talked about the rebirth of the Randomatron on that trip?
I don't. I didn't.
You want?
We need a digital version
wanna-
this
you
time,
want
not
me
the
to-
analog, not the punch cards anymore. Those are weird.
I'll tell you on after hours because I'm not sure.
All right, yeah.
We might not be on the same page, but we definitely talked about it. But I think
Did we? Okay,
I think I might be coming back,
Oh, perfect.
just in a slightly
Um,
different version.
So, are we going to tell the stories right from the get go?
Do we just want to go through day one? Like,
Yeah,
just
let's do
start
day one. Zell,
Day
why don't
one.
you tell everyone about the perfect flights you had us all booked on?
Oh my God! So about 6 months ago, we decided we're coming to AlienCon. So I get on, I go on all the travel websites, and I find the best trip for us from our hometown because we have an international airport, but there's not a lot of direct flights to the States. So I get this perfect connection. It's like leaves at 11 a.m. We go just to Calgary, so Kelowna to Calgary. We're there for a little bit. We had a connecting flight. We're in Los Angeles at about 4:30. We got to wait for Dan for about an hour. Then we're gonna get picked up, go to Pasadena. We'll be there by 7, 8 o'clock, and in the bars by 9. Great trip, right? Perfectly planned. I was like, couldn't it be any better?
Unbelievable.
So Braden shows
So
up.
we
Braden shows up the night before.
tie one off.
Yeah, we partied before Alien.
If you were following our fucking Instagram and live feeds, you would know we were feeling pretty good. Extra good.
extra
on that
good.
Thursday night. I was trying to pull this up quick, but I wasn't fast enough. Everyone would probably remember this.
Oh yeah. There it is.
This was the song of the weekend.
Yep, on repeat.
So we tie one off. One might think we wouldn't make it up early. Oh, we did. No problem.
Not a problem. Not a
We were
problem
at the
all.
airport 2 hours before. Plenty of time. Zelly, continue your version.
Oh, so now we're at the Kelowna airport. Time to spare. So we sit down. We have an egg sandwich. We hang out. Everything goes super smooth.
Excellent.
Except.
Well done, boys.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. That was Braden versus security number 1. Actually, they busted you for your
yes.
hair gel or whatever, shampoo.
Oh
or
no
whatever.
no. So I fucking have a hair gel, which I didn't wear all weekend, but I have a certain hair gel I like, and it always gets taken. And I brought a little tub of it that had just a little bit left, so I thought it'd be good. So I got pulled aside. I'm like, oh, motherfucker's gonna take my hair gel. Fuck. Meanwhile, as Andrew goes ahead of me and he gets pulled through, he's got hypodermic. He's got needles. He brought needles for gravel if we were too hungover. He's got these huge ass needles in his bag. They're like, yeah, cool. I go through. They pull me aside. They pull in my bag. I'm like, oh, they're gonna take my hair gel. God damn it. They take my toothpaste. Full roll of fucking toothpaste. So all weekend I had to use Dan's toothpaste that looked like fucking Candida.
We all had to use Dan's toothpaste. It was a
Yeast
tiny
infection
little-
cream
tiny
or something
little-
looked like
Yeah, it
weird.
did.
Some weird ass medical
Oh.
toothpaste.
It was normal toothpaste. It just came in a travel size toothpaste tube.
Sure, it was yeasty Dan.
Okay, whatever.
Oh fuck.
So round one with security. The guy goes to me, he goes, huh, you got any friends waiting outside that you can give this to? I was like, I don't got no friends outside waiting. I was like, you can have the toothpaste. He's like, sir, we can't take this toothpaste from you. It's just going to go in the trash. I was like, well, then fuck, throw it away. Like, what do you want me to do? You're not going to let me have it. Like, I was like, give me a quick dab in my mouth. I'll make it last all weekend. Like, no. I was like, okay. Meanwhile, Andrew's standing at the end of the line, fuck, 3 hypodermic needles. Alu Alakbar.
Man,
I was like,
he had some
I cared.
big fucking needles. They weren't like diabetes needles. These were like fucking huge 3-inch fucking needles, like massive ones, you know. And yeah, didn't say shit. But that was first security was easy. We get on.
Told you, they probably thought it were his hormones for his trans therapy or whatever hormone treatment.
Oh, well, don't worry about that one either. It's okay. Fast forward. First flight goes fine. We get to Calgary. Oh, awesome. Look at our phones. Plenty of time to spare.
I believe the saying was, we got 1 full hour.
1 full hour. Till we board.
Easy.
Yeah. No big deal.
So I go, well, you know what would really do the trick? A Caesar. We get some Caesars. So we head over to a little restaurant. We decide to get some food. We get some burgers. Get a couple Caesars. Enjoy ourselves, shoot the shit. Talk about how excited we were going to be. We didn't stay there that long. It was really loud. It was like a nightclub in there. You could barely even talk. So we finish up. We all pay our bills. It's all good. Then Andrew goes, you know what? I'm still a little hungry. And Andrew goes, it's Burger King across the way. Like, why don't we let's all go get some chicken fries. So everyone agrees. I think Ryan didn't want any chicken fries. I think Ryan had enough food.
I just ate. I was full. I want chicken fries.
So we go over there. We all go to the washroom. Andrew orders some chicken fries. So we get it. And if you were following our Instagram, you probably saw a video where we're going. Andrew's going, what's the 3 keys to success? And Andrew goes, buys, thighs, chicken fries. Well, the whole time we were shooting that buys, thighs, and chicken fries video, what we didn't realize that our plane was fucking boarded. Our plane was boarding.
It was about.
We were just sitting there.
It was exact when he finished saying buys, thighs, and chicken fries. I looked at my phone. I'm like, that doesn't look right. And I had to do a double take, check the boarding pass. I was like, oh fuck, guys, we got to go. And you're like, how bad is it? I was like, we got to go now, like right now. Oh my god! So we fucking pack up the chicken fries. We start booking it through the airport. We're a good we're still like a jaunt away. Like we're not close to the gate really at all. Fucking booking it down this little hall, the big like angled hallway. Braden's got chicken fries. Andrew's got like the boxed chicken fries. We all got our luggage. We run up to the gate and it says like last call. So we get to the gate and they're like, where were you guys? We called your name like 4 times. And we're like,
Meanwhile, I'm holding my chicken fries, my thing of chicken fries front and center, and she kind of like looks me up and down and she goes, I guess you were hungry. I was so mad I fucking spiked my chicken fries into the garbage. So fucking mad.
Man.
So we're like shit. So what had happened is between Vancouver or Kelowna and Calgary, there's an hour time change. And because our phones we left on airplane mode, they didn't update the time. So when we got off the plane, we thought we had an hour when really we probably had 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, we did.
So we're standing there and like we're all fucking pissed. There's this one guy from Australia. He's like, yeah, me too, boys. Like, it's all good. And we're like, fuck. We're rattled because we're like, we're not going to make it for the Friday. Like, we're not going to make it. Like, the next flight's going to be fucking some bullshit Friday or something. We're going to be late. It's going to ruin the whole trip. So like, this girl X, she really nice. And then I'm like, holy fuck, Dan, what about Dan? Dan's supposed to meet us. A fan was going to come pick us up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, we fucked up, boys. Like, we had to fucking eat chicken fries, like, get some fucking Caesars. Like, we all kind of space out. Like, none of us really kind of like, we all kind of like, we're like 10 paces apart. Because I was doing the same thing. We're all trying to figure out whose fault it really was.
Who fucking
We're all like,
did this?
oh, who fucked this one up? Was it me? No, it's fucking him. It wasn't him. It was me. Was it him? He wanted the chicken fries. I wanted the Caesars. He ate a bigger meal, like all that kind of shit, right? He had the tickets. Like, it's one of those things. So we're all fucking pissed at each other. We're kind of like spaced out. No one's talking to each other. Walk through the airport. We go to leave customs because we had already cleared customs to come into the States. And we get there and the guy's like, you know what? Like, as ridiculous it is, you still have to fill out custom cards even though you didn't leave. So like the girl's like, oh, it's okay. Like, just come with me. Just quickly put your names on this form. It's all good. And we'll just walk you out. So I just write my name. That's it. Just wrote my name like she said. And I signed the bottom. That's all I said. So we walk back up to the front with this guy and he takes all our boarding passes and he's like, we're all super fucking bummed and a little pissy. And he like, with the most fucking arrogant attitude, he like looks at me and he goes, well, I'm just going to explain this to you. Like, I hope your friends filled out the mandatory check boxes because you didn't. So now I'm going to read them to you verbally. I was so fucking annoyed with this guy that I literally turned my back to him like a child. And he read me the questions like, are you bringing more than $10,000 back? And I would, no. And then he's like, are you going to be, have you done any agriculture? I'm like, no. And I just went, no. And he handed me my form. He's like, that way. I was like, and I just stormed out. So mad.
You had the biggest fucking frown on your face. Oh, it was funny.
So we cleared, like, go to the gate. It was a big fucking ordeal because she was like, the girl was like, it's okay. Like, we're going to take you aside. Like, there's someone going to help you on the other side. They're waiting for you. They know what's going on. It's all good. There's some more flights. Like, it's going to be okay. And we're like, okay. And she gets us out of the customs. She's like, okay, just keep going that way. Someone will be there. And the door's closed. So now you can't go back because it's a secured area that you've just left. We go there. There's not a soul. Not a soul waiting for us. So we fucking waiting at the gate. We got bitter Beebs. We got fucking bitter Braden and fucking bitter Ryan. We're all sitting there fucking pissy. Waiting. We waited like 45 minutes.
Well, the thing was when they're like, okay, just when you have to go back into the airport, go to the WestJet desk, tell them what happened, and they'll try and get you on your way as best they can. We're like, all right, like fair. Like, obviously we fucked up. It was no one's fault but our own. Like, just fucked up so bad. So we get to the WestJet desk and no one's there. Not one person. There's not one staff member at the desk. So I'm like, this is fucking crazy. So I call WestJet, like the office. Talk to someone. He's like, oh yeah, there's no one here. So I'm on the phone with him for like 45 minutes, just trying to get us down to California that day. So originally they're like, well, you missed your flight, like your tickets are void. You have to buy a new ticket. And like last minute ticket one way was like $400 each. I'm like, well, we can't do that. That's fucking impossible. So we talked to the guy. He actually like hooked us up a little bit. He just made us pay like the fucking, like if they were to fuck up and you missed your flight or something like that, like we had to pay $100 each or something, whatever it was. He saved us some dough.
Yeah.
But,
so as Ryan's on the phone, some WestJet people come like almost an hour later, and they come. They're setting up. It's probably like 3:20, and so I go up and I explain. I say, hey, like what the hell's going on? Like she said people would be waiting. And she goes, sir, I hear you, but we're not going to be working till 3:30, so we won't help you till 3:30. And then they just fucking left. Just walked away. I was like, I was so mad at you motherfuckers. Ah! I was ready to do some throat rips. I was so mad. Do some Patrick Swayze throat rips. But, so then, Zell gets us their tickets. It's all good. We go to our gate. We're like, fuck chicken fries. Like, nope, we're not fucking around with that shit anymore. So we fly to Vancouver. So now we've gone Kelowna, into mainland Canada a little bit, Calgary. Now we've flown back to the west coast to Vancouver. Land in Vancouver. We're like, nope, straight to our gate. Ryan's like, we got an hour till our next flight. We're like, no, we heard that story before. Fuck that. We're going right to our gate.
No. We had 4 hours. That's what it was.
Well, no, I thought we had 4 hours before.
Yeah, and when we got to Vancouver, we had like a lot of time. So we went to duty free.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we duty free, yeah.
So
we fucking bought a 40 of vodka.
So like, you know what we're going to do? We've got a long time. We can't afford drinks because we have to pay for our change of flight. Let's buy this 40 of vodka. We'll buy a bunch of like half liter colas. So then like I went to the bathroom, fucking the high school style, opened up the pop bottles, poured a half out, poured a whole bunch of vodka in each pop bottle. But I couldn't tell how much I was pouring in because I had like that like duty free like the meshing wrap on it that I didn't take off. Well, in the end, we found out it was pretty much a whole 40 into those 3 things. But so for the next 3 hours, we're just drinking vodka in the airport, nonchalant. When about, it was about maybe an hour. It was like an hour. This was an hour before we were boarding our actual next flight to Vancouver. We see another Burger King.
No, this was to L.A. We were in Vancouver.
Yeah, in Vancouver.
Before we boarded.
Going to L.A. But what do we see though? Another Burger King. Another Burger King.
Not too far from our gate.
No, within you could see the gate, so not too bad.
And because I turfed my other chicken fries in a fit of rage, we're like, fuck it. All right, let's go. Let's finish the chicken fries. Fucking go to Burger King, get some chicken fries, got some original chickens, had a little feast, and we're drunk now because now we've probably all polished off a quarter of a 40. So we're enjoying it. We're like, all right, you know what, guys? It's half hour to the gate. Let's roll. Let's go back to the gate. So we're back at the gate. Everything's good. They're like, all right, now boarding zone 3. We get up. We're waiting in line. Andrew sees Ariel Winter from Modern Family, and he's going, that's her, boys. Oh my god, I'm so in love. I fucking love Ariel Winter. She's such a babe. Oh my god. And we weren't sure. I think in the end of the day, it probably was her.
Probably was it. It didn't really look like her in person though, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. So we're getting close to where we like scan our passports and shit. All of a sudden, Zelly, this motherfucker, goes, "Holy shit, where's my fucking bag?"
Oh my god, my heart fucking dropped, man.
So it has all our recording gear. It has our fucking Alien Con tickets. So we all step out of line, and Zelly's like, "Holy fuck, where the fuck did I put it?" And we're like, Did you really leave your fucking bag at Burger King? He fucking takes off. So we're like, fuck, we're going to miss this flight. Zelly's going to be looking for his bag. We need the bag to go to Alien Con. This is the worst. Zelly fucking runs off. And what happened on your end there, Zell?
So I'm sprinting. So I take off from the gate. And I'm sprinting through the airport. I'm like, well, it looks like I'm running for a late flight. No big deal. But in my mind, the whole way back, I'm like, all right. It always says don't leave your bags unattended, or like they'll take them and check them, like bomb squad them, maybe, who knows. But in my bag I have these 2 microphones. So this is what I'm thinking. These 2 microphones look in the X-ray very similar to like a hand grenade explosive. Like they're like a capsule microphone, like a large capsule microphone. And I was like, oh, if they fucking found those and did a quick scan, like if they didn't know what they were right away, I got to get on my flight in the next 5 or 10 minutes or I'm going to miss it. Like, they're going without me, pretty much, is what I thought. This all took place in about 6 seconds, and then I get to Burger King. If this was in the States, I swear I would have been fucked up. Like, I'd have been screwed. But it was just sitting exactly where I left it in Burger King 45 minutes later. Just chilling. So I just grab it and run back to the line. We get on the flight. No problem. But, Jesus, I almost fucking died there.
So, meanwhile, Dan's been waiting in fucking LAX for like 6 hours.
Well,
Gets off the plane.
At that point, yeah, he's probably been waiting for about an hour, like 2 hours, and we were just leaving, which was in this another 2.5 hour flight or whatever. Oh, it's good times.
Nothing outstanding happened on my flight. I was sitting in an airport bar in LAX, just like sitting there waiting for Braden, Ryan, and Andrew to get there. Like just. Yeah, like pretty much like 6 hours just sitting there.
No big deal, Dan. No big deal.
No big deal.
Oh, okay. Well, that was...
We get to LAX. We fucking rendezvous with Dan. And this fucking legend, this absolute fucking beauty, Adrian, what was the last name again?
I don't know if we should say it.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's not say it just in case. This guy, Adrian, drove and picked us up in this dope-ass whip.
Well, it's better than that, because originally we're supposed to get there, we said 6:30, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, I could be there. I'll be there, no problem. And then now we said, like, okay, man, it's going to be like 11:30. He's like, it's all good, guys. I got you. And he had drove like an hour in. Like, he wasn't really from around the airport area. He drove an hour to come get us at 11 p.m. on a Thursday night. Absolute beauty.
So he whisked us to fucking Pasadena. Like the guy, that Adrian, you're a fucking legend, buddy. You're a beauty. Adrian got one of the only. Everyone's been asked about those ATT hats. Adrian got himself one with limited edition. Adrian, just you and us are the only ones who are ever going to have those style hats. That exact style. Maybe we might release something that's a little different, but that style, Adrian, you're the only guy on the planet outside of us that has it. So he drives us to our building, and you know what? We stayed in. It was awesome because it was this fucking creepy ass B&B. It was in like a medical building.
Yeah, it was.
And it had like that old like fucking accordion fucking elevator. Like it was cool. It was fucking pretty sweet.
It looked like a freaking what you think 80s apartments. They probably used to be apartments, then they repurposed it as medical building. But yeah, it was creepy. It was like that's where crack deals go down. Like that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it was great. So we went out, but nothing really too exciting happened. We were all fucking just glad to be there. We were exhausted. Called it a pretty early night. Let's go into day one Alien Con. What were you guys expecting when we got there?
I had.
What was your higher expectations and highlights?
Well, my expectations were low, to be honest, because I'd never been to like a dedicated convention to aliens before. But like the venue itself was fucking awesome. Like Pasadena, like that conference center, fucking
Beautiful,
top notch, man, top notch. I mean, the lineup on the Friday was pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, fucking Line Con was brutal.
Had a line con for about an hour and a half there, but then we realized on the second day just wait for the line to go in and then just walk in. It's much easier.
Yeah, chill for an hour and then.
Yeah. I don't know, Dan. Dan, what were you thinking?
It pretty much hit my expectations when we were standing in line, or me and Ryan were standing in line to get in on the first day, and we had a dude behind us just yammering away about how extraterrestrials was it like skin color? He said, "Look at skin color, man. How could that be natural? There's so many different skin colors." I was like. He was like insinuating that this is exactly what I knew this was gonna happen.
He was pretty much saying that different ETs made different races. Is that what he was saying? I couldn't really tell. I was like, what?
So something like that, and then it was something like that. It was not a well put together theory, but it was definitely that's. I can't even tell if this guy was serious because I'm like, look at this guy. I'm like, he had like his kids. He had like 2 or 3 kids with him. Like his child, I'm like, this is a fully functional human being. He's got a family, and this is what he believes. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I asked him if he wanted to be interviewed for the podcast. He said no. He's like, nah.
Right away.
He's like, oh hell no.
Yeah, that was nuts.
So we can use a fake name, man. It's all good. I just want to get this on. I want to record this.
Yeah, and he like did not stop talking. Like that guy was like. We stood in line for what? Probably like 40 minutes. At least. Guy kept talking the whole time.
Yeah,
it was. Even seemed like a really nice guy though. I mean, he seemed okay, but some of that stuff was.
He had his theories. He had his theories, and I didn't want to hear him. But no, that was good. Yeah, first day. What did we do? We went around. Well, we went. The first thing we did was we got into the. What do you even call it? With all the booths.
Like the convention hall?
The hall, yeah.
Yeah.
So we walked around. They had they had booths set up for Contact in the Desert, booths for like pretty much everything like alternative you could think of was in there.
Yeah, like herbal supplements and
crystals.
Hemp oil and
crystals.
Shaman sticks was one of them. Was it Shaman sticks? I think it was.
And my new man crush was in there too.
Oh yeah.
Who's your man
We'll
crush?
get to that later.
Oh yeah.
It basically exceeded my expectations. I didn't really have much expectations going in. I wasn't sure. Like I was like, I've been to Fan Expo, right? And I was like, Fan Expo, there's a lot of stuff that I like and enjoy. And I kind of got bored at Fan Expo before, so I was kind of like, you know what? Maybe I'll get a little bored of this. It was so fun. I had so much fun.
I would have got bored if they didn't have the seminars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because what did we go to on the first day? So you want to talk about our meeting our
We walked. Yeah,
first-
we walked
the first
around and then we
legend?
got to that back corner.
Yeah.
We met Braden's man crush.
Man Crush.
Oh,
It was the what was it? The Sasquatch.
Oh.
What was that?
Sasquatch Syndicate.
Right.
Yeah. So we met on the first day. We met the fucking absolute legend Bob Gimlin
Nicest
of the
guy in the world.
Patterson Gimlin film, like footage of Bigfoot, and that guy is the fucking
I had to tell you
nicest
guys
guy
who he was.
you'd ever seen. I was like, yeah, who's that guy? And you're like, it's Bob Gimlin. I'm like, who? And you're like, Patterson Gimlin. I'm like, what? And you're like, the Bigfoot footage. And I was like, oh. And then
Yeah.
he came and talked to me.
God.
And then we're like, oh, let's get a picture. And he's like, well, sorry, boys. Like, it's not my policy. It's their policy. But, like, they want you to spend $20. And Dan had already taken a secret selfie with him. So we're like, oh, we're not paying $20. Sorry, Bob. And then we went to walk away.
1 second before we get to Bobby Gimlin, we have the fourth member of Pasadena crew just rolled in.
Oh!
We're gonna set him up with a quick mic and we'll
Yeah,
continue
okay.
the story.
So my favorite story, the back corner of the convention center. We walked back there. We met the guys from the Sasquatch Syndicate. So we're looking around. I decided to buy this. There was a really cool Bigfoot bottle opener. I decided to buy that, and we're just Zelly's kind of shooting the shit with the guy. The guy's telling us we should come down, do a Bigfoot hunt with them. We're shooting the shit. Dan walks.
They had a cool little casting of like a Bigfoot foot.
Yeah, that
An
was
actual
pretty
print,
neat.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of asking the guy. I was like, "Hey, like, what's with the foot? Like, blah blah. Like, where'd you get this? And where did they take it?" Blah. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's like in the same place that they got the Patterson Gimlin film." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Yeah, we got the guy who shot it right over there." And he points to the dude wearing like a little cowboy hat. Now I knew who Bob Gimlin was. Like, I mean, I listened to enough Bigfoot stuff. He's always on a bunch of other podcasts about Sasquatch and stuff, and he does a lot of the Sasquatch conferences. So I was like, "Oh, Bob Gimlin," and then he's like, "Yeah, that's him right there." I was like, "What?" I fanboyed out for a minute. I was like, "Whoa, it's Bob Gimlin. That's Bob Gimlin."
Whoa.
So yeah. And then I walked over, and then I told Braden, I'm like, "Yo, this is Bob Gimlin." And
I'm like, who?
Yeah, like who? I'm like, the Patterson Gimlin film. I'm like,
what
Walk
film?
In.
I thought they were both dead, personally.
No, the other one is Patterson.
Yeah.
Patterson's dead,
Yeah, it was cool.
but Gimlin's still rocking it. Still out there doing the Sasquatch work.
So Dan takes we walk around. Dan takes a quick selfie with him, and then Dan's like, "Yeah, this is Bob Gimlin." And we're like, "Oh, let's get a fucking picture with him." He's super nice. Like, he's just
Really
chatting
nice
us up,
guy.
and then he goes like, "Hey, you know what, guys? Like, this isn't my policy, but like the guys here really want you to spend $20 before I take pictures with you. Like, it's not me, it's them." And we're like, "Oh, well, Dan already got a picture. Like,
Yeah.
we're good. Thanks, Bob." Like, we didn't really give Bob much time. Then we're like, "All right, thanks, Bob." We walk around the corner, we get like 5 steps, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I did spend $20. I bought that bottle opener." So we rip back around, and we go talk to Bob again. We're like, "Bob, we spent $20." So we line up a picture with Bob, and Bob is so fucking nice, man. He's the sweetest old man. He's talking to us, we talked to him about the podcast and stuff, and he takes a picture. He grabs me by my hand, he brings me in close, he looks me right in the eye, and he goes like, "I'm so excited. I'm gonna tell everyone I took a picture with someone famous today." And I was like, "Oh, Bob, you sweet son
Right,
of a
guy-
The guy had the
Right there.
fucking dreamiest eyes ever.
Oh, he
Like
did.
fucking
He's,
dreamboat eyes.
Yeah, they're captivating
oh,
for sure.
Man,
Wow.
like just drawing you in.
captivating. Unbelievable.
Fuck
So
yeah.
Bob Gimlin was my highlight because that guy is, oh man, he's just my favorite. I wish I was friends with Bob Gimlin.
Well, you are now.
We are now, yeah.
I feel like I'm friends
Yeah.
with him after that. And like that was ridiculous. It was
I-
personal.
I feel like he's the type of guy that you could be like, you'd go to another convention, you'd be like, "Oh hey, it's Bob Gimlin. Hey Bob, I met you last year." He's like, "Oh, you're the famous one from the podcast. Like
Yeah.
I remember you," and you'd be like, "Yeah, of course you do, Bob.
Yeah.
Crazy bastard."
In all
Oh, he's so
actuality,
nice.
he's just a snake oil salesman that sold a fucking fake blurry picture and made a living off of it for I don't know how long.
I'm still not.
Well, when
I'm still not a huge fan of the,
Like,
of
you
the
can-
video.
when the
but-
guy
can
was
see now,
taking
you
our
can-
picture, I yelled at. I said, "Make sure it's not blurry."
You can fucking see how he's able to sell it for this. Like, you see how personable he was. Like, of course you want to believe what this guy's fucking
Fuck
doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to believe him. I don't, but I wanted to.
I might believe a little bit more actually now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a second look or 20th look.
So we did a putt around and we met this fucking cool guy. He looked like a pilot.
Oh, totally looked like a pilot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Totally. He had the
I can't remember his
mullet
name.
and shit, like a 90s pilot, though. You know what I mean? He had a little mullet. Like,
Actually, yeah, we met this guy. He's from. We told him to give him a shout out. Area 51 tours. They do tours to Area 51 and other places around there. And actually, he gave us a story about a UFO encounter he had. I'm gonna play it right now.
What? Before you play it,
Yeah. What do you want?
UFO case file of the week.
Live tale from your guy here. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I think you have it recorded here. So give it a listen.
fuck, cool.
One of the locations that we stop at on our Area 51 tour is a dry lake way out in the middle of the outback of Nevada. And one night, my buddy and I were out there, and there was all of these afterburner-looking light-ups with no sound. And being a pilot, you don't light up an afterburner and not hear it. You can hear an afterburner miles and miles away. There was no sound. So this was very suspicious, number one. Number two, an object flew off into space to 80,000 feet, made a right-hand turn at some unbelievable Mach number, and disappeared into space. And that was one of the many sightings that we have seen. And being a pilot for 46 years, recognizing other aircraft is fairly easy to do. I've seen a number of aircraft around Area 51 that don't look like any kind of a flying machine I have ever seen in my life. And that's pretty spooky stuff. And of course, having lunch at the Little Alien, going to the perimeter, to the mutant Joshua Tree Forest, the whole thing, the ancient alien petroglyphs that we go to are 6 feet tall and unbelievable. They look like aliens. And there's nothing that I've seen ever on any documentary that looked like these petroglyphs that we go to. I think both. And the reason that I say that is, number one, Area 51 is a location where we've developed many of our top secret aviation weapons. And that's pretty common, well-known fact. The B-2, the F-117 developed at Area 51. Although, where did the technology come from? We don't really know. The amount of locations on the planet that are absolutely unbelievable. Pumapunka in Bolivia, Cusco in Peru. These are locations that were built by races of people that were way, way, way ahead of our technology. These stones that are andesite, that can only be cut by diamond or lasers, were not chiseled out by hand. Our company has been in business 21 years, based in Las Vegas. It's called AdventurePhotoTours.com.
It's a sweet little UFO story from that guy.
Yeah, that guy was a fucking beauty. He was really nice.
Yeah, like I wanted to do more recordings like that, but honestly, that mic I was using, if you were too close, it got so loud and distorted you can't even hear it. And if you were just a little bit too far away, you couldn't hear anything but the room, unfortunately. So, but yeah,
pretty good to
it was
me,
first go. First go around. Next time will be fucking.
next time we'll get something better.
But I would say, like, we met quite a few fans. Not as many fans as the second day, but quite a few fans the first day. I got to give a shout out right now to Chris, Nicole, and Jess. They made us some fucking dope shirts.
Oh, so fucking
Yeah,
sharp.
those
Those are sharp tarps.
Yeah.
sharp tarps.
Those are
Fucking
fucking
sharp
sharp tarps. They basically have our little logo. They've got hashtag look it up on the sleeve. The little American flag on the left, our names, and like every like beers, buds, and aliens like on the back. Like, they're fucking cool. The three of them were they were a highlight for me on the trip too, meeting the three of them.
Totally. They're fucking
Yeah,
rad.
they're sweet.
So let's talk about the first seminar we went to. Fucking we went to what was that, the AI one, right? Was the first one we went to?
No, we went to the what was it? Sean Astin was talking. We went to
Sean Astin.
Oh, fuck.
Well, we actually went to go see the Ancient Aliens panel, but Sean Astin was talking first.
Right, that's what it was.
That was
So
cool.
We
That
caught
was
the
so
tail end of
cool.
Sean Astin's.
I still can't understand why anybody didn't ask him any Goonies questions. Fucking blows my mind. That's got to be his best movie.
He was like fucking like what 12 in that movie or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't put him any older than that.
No, but that was sweet. We seen then after Sean Astin was the Ancient Alien panel.
Right.
Yeah, which gave
Meh.
the fucking best quote I've ever seen. Giorgio Tsoukalos. We'll get to him. He's a beauty. He's definitely up in my books. He is trying to fucking explain something to the crowd.
He's
The
so funny.
classic everyone's heard, and I'll do my best, Giorgio, on how he did it. He goes, everyone should realize that there are more stars in our sky than there are corns of sand. No. Cobs of corn in our... No. There's more stars than there are corn cobs of sand.
There's people just yelling out like grains of sand.
Yeah,
Grains
everyone's
of
like,
sand.
Grains!
Through that.
It's grains! Giorgio, grains! He's like, and there's the cobs, the corns, and then finally he's like, the green sands in the beach. And everyone's like, yes! Some people are clapping.
You want to know what must have happened? Is the entire time he's trying to say his speech, he just saw in the fucking aisles and it was like, is that fucking Jack Nicholson? He got thrown right off his game.
And Jack Nicholson is eating a corn on the cob sitting there. He's like, what the fuck?
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fucking good.
That was the funniest thing. That panel was not that great. They just talked about
I thought it was pretty
intelligence and
good.
what
I
makes
liked it. I thought it
genius.
was pretty good.
I like
it was interesting.
I like a couple of them, like the physicist guy. He had some cool points.
Did I get the southern accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy too.
Texas.
Yeah, he was
yeah.
fucking nice. He was
badass.
really fun. So that one ended. The best part is Dan was gonna go up and he was gonna ask Giorgio, season 2, episode 11. What was in that book you were writing? Like, we got to know what was in the book. So Dan gets up there and I turned around. And I was like, I bet he chickens out. He asked a really smart question. So Dan's the next one in line and they say last question and I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna do our boy like that.
Quick
Yeah, I was super bummed.
backstory.
The guy turned to me. The guy, like the prompter guy, who is like kind of screening people's questions. Which the guy before me, oh my god, the guy before me was great. Like that one dude who was like asking about, what was he asking about? Something about like if everything's happening like all at the same time, or infinity or something. I don't know.
Was that the
But,
guy
like,
that says it's just so fucking frustrating?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah, that was funny.
The prompter guy like asked him like, what's your question? First like, what's your question? What are you gonna ask him? And the guy kind of like he tried to like put his question into words, and he was kind of like he started, then he was like, so my question is and then he just kind of like froze for a couple seconds. I was like, okay. I was like, okay. So I'm just looking at the guy. So I'm all right. And so he finally gets his question out, and I wasn't really listening. And the prompter's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And I'm pretty sure that the guy changed his question the second he stepped up to the microphone, because I saw the prompter like start to move forward, to be like to stop him from whatever he was saying, whatever his original question was. I feel like it was really different than what he actually asked. Because that question he's like, this isn't so much a question as it is a statement.
Yeah.
And then he just went on to talk about like whatever, and then glory to God, amen. Like that's was what he ended with or something. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't really remember anything he had to say.
But yeah, after that guy, and then they're like, oh, one more question, and then the prompter turned to me. He's like, oh no, I'll see what I can do. We'll get one more, because I was like the last person, and they were nice enough to let me ask my question.
Yeah, but
So Dan goes up. Dan goes, I'm Dan from Alien Theorists Theorizing, and we get a pop. There's some people in the audience like, woo!
Yeah, that was
fucking
pretty
sick.
cool.
That was the first highlight for me. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
That was fucking
Yeah,
weird.
they're like, that's him. That's him.
that's the Dan. That's the Dan. He knows things.
Dan asked a really smart question about I don't remember. It wasn't very memorable.
What is it? They had been talking about like where genius comes from, and I was like, well, do genius and imagination, like how do they work? Does one complement the other, or do you have like someone who's really imaginative versus someone who's like a genius and really smart? How do they work together? you know. And then Giorgio answered it.
Yeah, he's like, it's all about the cobs, Dan.
Yeah. Grains of
Cobs.
cobs.
Grains of cobs in the universal
Grains of
There's more
sand.
grains of cobs than your imagination can count.
Anytime he said cobbed, it reminded me of that fucking Rick and Morty where he's like, Morty, let's get out of here. Everything's cobbed, Morty.
That's a pretty good Rick. It's a pretty solid Rick impression.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Dan. I don't know if I can do a Morty right now, but maybe I'll practice it. So we leave, and then we met. Fuck, I can't remember names. I'm trying to remember names here. I remember Twitter names more than I remember people's real names. We met. Fuck, I'm gonna botch this. Like Senpasaurus or something. Senpasaurus.
Unfortunately, I
we
can't remember
met-
their names because we were kind of taken by surprise because we were just walking out and they're like, "Oh, you like us alien theorists? Can we get
Yeah,
a
you
picture and
guys-
stuff?" We're like, "Oh, sweet, awesome!" Here, like, we had openers. Like those are the first people we gave stuff to.
Young Pharaoh.
Young Farah.
I remember Young Pharaoh, and then the third one is eluding me, but you guys know who you are. Absolute beauties. You're the first fans we met. It was unbelievable. It was so exciting to meet you guys. Got autographs, gave out some business cards. What did we do after that? I can't remember after that panel what we did.
Got food. Went to the Mexican place.
Oh yeah, Mexican
Oh
place.
yes, Mexican.
Oh, that's
place.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And that
ate some.
that starts a whole fucking whole rabbit hole of subplot.
Yeah, a whole subplot.
whole subplot of the weekend here.
Fucking Giorgio.
So what happened? After, we'll leave it to Andrew.
Well, it happened after the AI fucking
After,
thing.
yeah. No, so then we went back. We ran back
right,
to meet
AI first,
the AI one with Dangers of AI with what was her
Linda
name,
Moulton
Dan?
Howe.
Yeah,
Linda Moulton Howe. Fuck, she's a good speaker.
Yeah, she's
wow. So
She-
she told that story. One story she told about is like an automated, like essentially like a fucking killbot on treads. So it's like a little mini tank, and they were doing a military demo, and it was shooting targets and shit, and then it just stopped shooting targets and it just turned to the crowd, and it started targeting the crowd, and some fucking John Connor,
Fucking
Marine.
Cock diesel motherfucker.
yeah.
Yeah.
He sprinted out and speared. Mamma mia! Speared this thing fucking over on its side,
A
so it would kill everyone.
Certified badass.
fuck yeah.
That's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
I wonder how much that thing weighed.
Buddy, that's insane.
Anything wielding guns and shit's got to be fucking heavy.
Fucking rights, man. And the guy just fucking jacked it up. Terratated that shit.
Just suplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's
Train
Simone's
baby.
cake. Shit.
You killed the Joe. You make some mo.
Fuck yeah.
So she told that story, which was fucking wild. She started talking about like as much as they like personify AI, like they're not. You like everyone's got to remember these things are fucking cold
Whoa.
and they're calculated.
What about that
Like, that's
story,
it.
that privileged fucking story she heard from that happened in Japan?
Japan, yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. That's when I woke up to that
Dan
story.
probably remembers it the best, to be honest.
Which one? The Japan one?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's I woke up to that Japan story.
Yeah,
Freaked me out.
she told this story that she got from, or she said she had some whistleblower connection that called her and was telling her the story about just recently, like a Japanese AI company was testing out these three basically killbots, but like I guess they looked
Terminators.
human or something,
Terminators.
Fuck yeah.
like Terminators.
Yeah.
And
T-100s.
and they kind of went off the rails. They went off their programming, and they started they killed people. Like they started killing people. They ended up on a rampage. They killed like 28 people or something like that. I think it's 28 was the number. And as they finally got them shut down, the first two went down, but they said the third one was actually like uplinking to a satellite and requesting information, like trying to get information to reboot its systems.
Crazy.
To
It's fucking
reboot its
terrifying.
systems and then like repair itself as they were even trying to like take it
Skynet
apart.
is real. Skynet is here on
it was
Earth, and it's real.
Pretty nuts. Like
fucking
I was
crazy.
like, oh my god! But they said like you're not going to hear anything about this in the news or whatever. But I'm like, I'm not too sure because like 28 people, like that's a lot.
That's
I don't
a
know.
lot.
In
We need
Japan,
to-
like
we need
I
to
don't
call
know
up
if
fucking-
there's a story out later where there's like 28 people die in a train accident, like we'll know for sure. But like
But we need to start recruiting John Connors, Kyle Reese, fucking get them all.
I mean, the whole fucking crew.
Yeah, like shit's going down. Maybe how
who's
old's
half
Linda
robot
Hamilton?
guy? What's the half robot guy from
How old's Linda Hamilton? 'Cause she probably
the
said some
Avatar
shit.
dude, right? And the Avatar dude play the half robot man.
Yeah, which
Don't
what?
remember.
I don't even. There's a half
Jake,
robot
Jake
man?
Sully, yeah.
Yeah,
In the
Terminator.
newest
Terminator. Was it Salvation?
Oh yeah, that's right. He was a badass in that movie too. Fuck Avatar, but he was good in Salvation.
He was bad.
Yeah,
Avatar guy. Goddamn Avatar guy.
yeah. Fuck. Those guys need to be on Space Force,
Fuck yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so Linda Moulton Howe, she talked about AI, but then she kind of lost us when she started talking about trianguloids.
Oh
and
yeah.
Trembloids
Man.
and Ebens or something.
4 different types of alien races that I've never heard of before.
We need to do a podcast on AI and that whole Reagan fucking thing. That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was fucking nuts.
Yeah, she went on a big
That
spree
Reagan
about
thing.
the Reagan.
I don't know how she kind of. That was kind of a. That was a weird connection to draw. Like I felt like that was kind of reaching, but
Well, she brought it back.
I mean, she
though.
made it work.
Yeah, she
but
brought it
I was
back.
like,
that
that's
shit
pretty
came
far.
full circle, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad I
Could've
woke up
been.
for it.
two separate things, but you know, maybe she was playing for the crowd a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It worked.
It totally worked.
Fucking
I was
worked.
into
Yeah.
it. It was fucking nuts. That was the best. That was the best fucking.
That was the best one, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
what
was
do
the
you
best
call
seminar.
it? Seminar. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the best
for
seminar
sure.
of the fucking.
She was the best, like, speaker.
Not a fucking stutter. Not nothing. For what? How long did she talk for? Like an hour? At least an
Oh.
hour.
An hour, yeah.
Like fucking.
Yeah, but she
so
was
well-spoken.
reading. Like she was reading off the.
She played a lot of video and
Still.
stuff too, but yeah.
Fuck, that was crazy.
I still think the day 2 one we had, the last one, was the best. I think.
That guy
For
was,
me.
That guy was cool.
Oh, that guy was. He was just hilarious.
Yeah. But
So,
for day one,
We leave the fucking alien con now. We're standing outside. And then something incredible happened. The stars aligned for us.
No, Zelly just manned the fuck up.
oh
Yeah.
Yeah, Zelly manned up hardcore.
I'll tell you what happened, boys. I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
So I knew our chances of getting a picture with Giorgio Tsoukalos were pretty much nil, because we're not going to fucking wait in a 2.5 hour line.
You can tell it's fucking World Cup time because you're saying nil.
Nil, yeah.
Nil.
I'm fucking, it's all over Sports Center here.
Yeah.
So we're sitting outside with me and a few friends. We're smoking a little California weed. Well, I am. And then I just look up to my left, and like the door's open, and then like this girl comes out, and behind him, this guy that instantly looks familiar. I'm like, I know that guy.
Fucking-
And he takes one step out. I'm like, Giorgio! Just fucking scream at him. He just comes out. He must have just finished speaking like on a panel or something. So he's like, he comes running out, and I kind of walk up, and she like straight gives me like the fucking cold, like the stiff arm. Like,
Oh, she
no
stiffed on
pictures.
the shit out of you.
No pictures. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're not taking any pictures out here. Sorry, he has to go to his photo session. And I just like kind of like stepped around her. I was like, Giorgio, we have a podcast, Alien Theories Theorizing. We'd love a picture. He's like, sure, guys. No problem.
He's like, I got time for a picture.
I
She's
got
like,
time.
he doesn't. He doesn't have time.
She was furious.
She's rattled, but fuck her.
She was really trying to get him to go.
It was
Yeah.
so good. That was fucking so rad. That's now when I tell all that story, it's like fucking Night of the Roxbury. I'm like, then he tipped his hat.
Yeah.
And I was like, Emilio. But this way it's fucking Giorgio.
Except he also did something else to us.
Yeah, fuck
when
him.
He took his.
Forgot.
Turns out Giorgio is a
Klepto.
kleptomaniac.
Giorgio the klepto.
Alleged
Uh,
klepto.
No, there's no alleged about it.
It has to be alleged.
It's the only way it happened.
Has to be alleged.
It's the only way it happened.
It's the only theory that makes the most sense.
Exactly. How else would it happen?
I got a pretty good theory on my own.
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have good feelings.
Okay,
I don't know.
so those of you who follow us on social media, you'll realize that soon after our Giorgio picture, Andrew realized his wallet's gone.
Fuck.
Disappeared.
Fucking
Oh,
rattled.
so we fucking scoured the theater. We retraced. We went to the restaurant.
Well, I thought for
Andrew's
sure,
like-
because I was like, if I guarantee it fell out of my pocket in that theater, because I had my fucking feet propped up and I was out cold, Right? I'm like, oh, I was lounging. I had a nice snooze. As I was sleeping, it probably worked its way out of my fucking
Yep.
jeans. I'm like, for sure. No, it's not there. I ripped that fucking place apart.
Ripped
I was
it
in
apart.
there until the fucking lights came off. I was in there with my flashlight looking around.
So then we
I had
we
$5
walked back
in
to
that
the
thing. I was tripping.
El Cholo's where we had lunch.
Oh, and
And we go in there, and Andrew walks to the back. He's like, "Yo, I'm looking for my wallet." And the guy's like, "Yeah, go down to the end of the bar." So we're like, "Oh, we found it, right?" So we go down to the bar, and Andrew goes, yeah, my wallet, please. I'm looking for my wallet." And the guy goes, "Yeah, you need water? How much water?" And he's like, No, wallet." He goes, "Yeah, water. How much water?" He's like, "No, wallet." He's like, "Water." And these guys are arguing. Andrew keeps saying wallet, and he goes, "Yeah, water."
just getting louder and louder. Fucking screaming
Some
at each other.
the guy comes over and he goes, no, like wallet, and says something in Spanish, and the guy goes, "Oh,
Yeah, no wallet.
nothing here." We're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck."
Fuckers.
So we're fucking leave. We retrace our steps, whatever. Fucking gone. So
Gonzo.
that night, going on the town. Fuck, we got liquored.
I had to drink
Well,
it away.
I
I had to drink it
was
away.
I was meat draw drunk.
I gotta say, I've seen
You
I've seen Brain Drunk a lot in my life, and that was top 5.
This guy got a new nickname that night. He was that fucked up. He was Mr. Meatraw.
Mr.
He was
Meat
fucking
Draw.
Mr. Meatraw that night.
Yeah,
It's fucking
I was a-
crazy.
I was a maniac. It was crazy. I was so much Fireball. That was a problem.
A lot of Fireball.
God, we got so drunk. Oh god, I was really drunk.
So we went to Barney's fucking beanery or whatever.
Tchotchkes.
Awesome place.
Fucking
Tchotchkes.
tchotchkes.
Yeah, Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. It's fucking tchotchkes.
Oh, I had so much fun. From what I remember.
You only remember the
Don't
first
remember
hour.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that.
Don't really remember much. Just fucking super Mr. Meatraw. Fuck us.
We
as soon as I
met
started
a
thinking
lot
about
of people that first night, and I'm pretty sure we forgot a whole bunch of them. Like
I don't remember anyone. I don't
we
remember
definitely
anyone.
met like 4 people who were fans of the podcast, besides who we were with.
Well, we had our friend. We
Sorry,
had our
guys.
friends who gave us the shirts.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
had Sabrini came out. A guy named Alex came out.
Don't remember.
Couple-
Alec, is that the guy from Detroit?
So okay, let's look a quick story about I think Alex here. We have a friend in Kelowna. His name's Sean.
No, we can't tell this story.
Why not?
We can't bear because we can't bear that story. It's just too personal.
I was just gonna leave out
Alex
names.
knows. Alex knows what happened.
All right. Brain's the king of the podcast. He says X-nay. So no story for you guys.
I don't even know this fucking story.
Because I was just me and
Well,
Brain were
it's
there.
just personal of other people we know. I'm like, let's not tell that one. Alex, you know what happened.
Is
All right.
Alex is the guy that was in? Was that the guy from Detroit?
No, he's local there.
Oh,
He might have
there's a
been.
guy from fucking Detroit that I broed out with. That was a fan of the podcast. He's a beauty.
We had a couple other people that I think we forgot because we had 14 drinks already at this point,
We had so many.
And just like I usually have about like a 6 drink limit.
if that.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
I realized that I think the American beer I think is a little weaker. And that's why.
Must have been because I was
They
drinking.
didn't
Like a
even give
fucking
us. They didn't
All-Star.
give us like you guys ordered shots of Fireball, but it wasn't like shots. It was like glasses of.
Oh
Fireball.
yeah, it
Oh,
was like
it was gross.
fucking.
They were full
pouring
2-ounce shots, like big
Yeah, that was
shots.
fucking disgusting.
up.
Anyways,
So
first night was fucking
next
gong
morning,
show.
wake up with the fucking worst hangover of my life.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never seen you that hungover ever. Ever.
Oh, so fucking hungover. Andrew's gone because Andrew's been all he's been talking about is you're gonna find me Willie. It's gonna be somewhere. It's gotta be there. So he leaves. He's gone at like 6 in the morning. Me and Dan fucking walked to this awesome little place in Pasadena called Lucky Boys. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I was so hungover in there. I was panhandling for Advil when we were in there. I was like, please, anyone. I'm so fucking hungover. Like, I need an Advil. And this one girl's like, yeah, I got you. And like the staff were like making fun of me. She's like, oh, hungover. You need some more whiskey, huh? I was like, no, please. Like just the food. And like,
They're
like,
really
take
nice,
care of you.
those-
They're really nice. Took care of us. So me and Dan sit down. We're eating these fucking unbelievable breakfast burritos. There's this like kid. He's like, I can't eat any more of this. And then his mom's like, just pack it up. And I was like, weak. Like, so we're making fun of this kid. He's like, fine, then I'll eat it. And his mom's like, don't listen to them. Just pack it up. So he like, they pack it up. They leave. We fucking walk out of there. I'm so fucking hungover still. Get back to the room. Zelly's ready to go. Go meet up with Andrew. At the Alien Con.
Well, at first
we're there.
Andrew left early because he wanted to find his wallet.
Yeah.
So he's on his own at this point. The story will pick up after we meet him again.
Yeah, so we walked down there and we're putting around. And did we meet Lindy then? No. Who did we meet?
Her name is Pia.
We saw Lindy when we were standing in line.
Oh,
Yeah,
we met
she,
Pia.
like, was-
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was rad.
We met Pia. Pia came up and said hi. Pia, we missed you on getting shirts later on. Did we go? No, so we just putted around. Zelly went to Bigfoot one, and I fucking was going to get water.
Oh, we went to go see Giants.
Giants.
We went to do Giants.
Yeah, I didn't get in. I didn't get in because I went to go get water, and Andrew's like, yeah, I gotta go find my wallet, and I was like, all right, just go and call us. And then Andrew left, and then both guys with the cell phones I couldn't find. They wouldn't let me into Bigfoot or Giants because they said it was full. So I just fucking got a coffee. I was just fucking sweating. Was it a good seminar?
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah, it was
fucking
pretty cool.
sweet.
The guy doing it, and actually him and about two other people had been doing research on the topic of giants in North America, and they had written a book on it. So the guy was really well prepared. There's a bunch of stuff on that subject that we will probably talk about.
Yeah, like his name is Hugh Newman. He's been on Ancient Aliens and other stuff, but yeah, he's like the way he presented the Giants. He just did it in such a like an easy way to accept. You're like, well, he connected like all these different North American like native tribes, and they all spoke about like red-haired giants with like 2 rows of teeth between 7 and 9 feet tall. And then he went through like he only presented about a dozen, but he said that he found like over 400 newspaper articles from all over the states, really, saying that they dug up bones between 7 and 9 feet tall, matching the same description of like these Native Americans' tales of like the giants that built these like giant stone mounds or dirt mounds, like specifically in like I think it was like the Ohio Valley.
Yeah.
So yeah, that he like, I'm going to try my best, see if we can get him on.
Cool.
That'd be awesome.
So meanwhile, Andrew comes back out, and we're hanging around, and we're like, okay, well, we really wanted to go see History of Egypt with.
No, you're missing my great elaborate fucking lie I came up with when I went back to El Cholo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Andrew goes back to El Cholo.
This time I'm like, I need to talk to a fucking manager. Because every time I went in there twice, even after the guy's like, water? You want water, man? You want water? No, motherfucker, I didn't want water. I want my wallet.
Yeah.
So I left, came back again, being like, hey, any chance, Blew me off within like 2 seconds. No, man. Fuck, see you later, bye. Fuck. Left. So I got all jacked up. I'm like, Zelly, I need, like, get it, get me in the mood, man. Like,
taking it to the top.
Get me in the zone, man. So I get there, I'm all fired up. Go in there, I'm like, manager, now. Manager comes out, nicest lady in the world. And I had this like elaborate lie. I'm like, I got a GPS tracker in my wallet. Says it's here. I'm getting in the zone, and she's just way too nice. She calls like every single person working that night. Nicest person in the world.
I'm just like, damn,
Yeah, I felt like
it's not here.
I felt like a piece of shit.
It's not here.
I felt like a piece of shit because first of all, I was an asshole, and second of all, my wallet's still gone. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like it was a double fucking.
You double down.
Oh, and then the best is I come back, I find Braden. We go for a tiny little walk. Fucking security guard walks right up to me. He's like, "You're the walk guy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What's your name?" "Andrew." "Ah, sorry, man." The guy could have just walked right up to me and kicked me in the
Very
fucking
funny.
balls, and it would have been better. Like, he just walked up and kicked me in the dick, and I would have felt better than that. Crumbled. All this hope just to break me the fuck down. Oh, it was devastating. It was fucking devastating. It's a fucking gut punch.
So we go to this line. We're standing in line. And this is when we had a cool meeting. We're just standing there in line, and Andrew goes, "Holy shit! There's someone wearing one of our T-shirts across the road." So this is when we first saw Lindy, right? No, what's like
Isn't it?
Lindy, and was it Ross or Scott? Fuck, I have all these names written down somewhere.
Yeah, they're all mixed up.
But just walking casually across the street, we're like, holy shit, like wave. She waves back. We're like, well, that was cool. We sit there for 45 minutes. I'm just fucking dying still. Fucking dying. So we go into, finally get into fucking History Egypt. Zelly took off because which one did you go to see?
Oh, this is when I went to the secret space program.
Yeah, Zell went to Secret Space program. We get into History Egypt. Who was the speaker again, Dan?
Rami
Ramirez.
Romano or whatever.
Rami
Rami-
Romano. And he opens up with, there's no facts.
I was
There's
out.
no
You were all-
Ugh.
We are all Egyptologists. Me, you, everybody. No, you're wrong. We're not.
You are. That's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the word. Like they
That was
had to
terrible.
have given him like no notice on the topic. He must have gotten the topic like 5 minutes before walking in the door. This guy had no notes, no visual, like not even a PowerPoint of whatever. It just like there was just a slide on the back that said "History of Egypt" on like a
Black
and they-
background.
Yeah,
You know it was bad because Dan was sleeping like 10 minutes ago.
I was
Passed
out.
the fuck out.
I was like,
Oh.
I just like he wasn't saying anything. He's like, "Oh, History of Egypt."
Well,
And it was kind of funny. He was like, "Oh, and they want me to cover the whole history of Egypt in an hour," which is kind of funny because you're like, "Oh yeah, history of Egypt's like, 6,000 years, and you can cover it in an hour. That's a lot, you know." But then he finished like 25 minutes.
yeah.
Gets
Like,
like
oh,
25
that's
minutes.
for
And he's like, "Okay, I'll take questions now." And I'm like, I kind of woke up. And I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I was looking for an hour nap.
Yeah.
The only thing I took away from that, which was really cool, was the fact that Imhotep's name means "I come in peace," which is pretty
Yeah, that
fucking
was
rad.
funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the creator of the Step Pyramid.
Right.
Yeah, which is pretty fucking cool.
Wasn't he also the mummy featured in the movie The Mummy?
I don't think
Imhotep.
he was the bad guy, but I don't think that's the same. I don't think.
But that's the name, Imhotep. Yeah, but
Imhotep,
not
yeah.
directly taken from.
Imhotep. Imhotep. Yeah, fuck him.
Same guy.
So we leave that one. We're hanging out. And it was me at this point. It was just me, Zell, and Dan, and we're hanging out. And we met. I think we met Courtney and Tom. I think.
Where the
Fuck,
fuck
you don't-
was I?
I think it's Tom. He had that dope mustache. He had the wicked mustache.
Oh yeah, that's right. He
No,
did.
no, I was there.
Oh, yeah,
Zelly wasn't.
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't there.
That was
No,
me,
sorry,
you,
it's
and
me,
Dan.
Andrew, Dan.
Yeah.
They came up. They were absolute beauties. Sorry we couldn't hook back up later and get you guys shirts. You got a cool mustache though. I'll tell you that. I was jealous.
And my favorite fan encounter came right after that.
Right after that, we're
That was
hanging
the
out. They were like,
that was by far the best fan encounter we had. Not
Yeah.
taken away from anybody else. Everybody else's beauty, but this was just happened so organically and hilariously that it was the best.
'Cause they had no
so
idea.
we're standing there. I'm fucking hungover as shit. We're all just waiting for Zell. Like, where the fuck Zell is? Who's texting him? You text him? I'm not texting him. You fucking text him. And these two guys walk by, and one guy just kind of looks at her shirts. We're wearing alien theorizing shirts, and he like turns back to his friend, like as he's right beside us, and he goes like, "Hey, I like that podcast. You ever listen to that podcast?" And then his buddy goes like, "Sorry, what? Yeah." And then he looks and he goes, "Alien theorizing." He goes, "Oh yeah, I like that podcast." And then he goes, "Yeah, it's a fucking good podcast, eh, guys?" And then Dan's like, "Yeah, it is." Yeah. And he goes, "Holy shit." As he hears Dan's voice, he's like, "Holy shit, like, is that you guys?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's our podcast." He's like, "Oh, wow, like, that's cool, man. I listen to you guys at the gym. I love listening to you guys go at each other." And we're like, "Oh, cool." And then he just like that, he left.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, sweet.
Guy's
Love
a
your
fucking
stuff.
beauty.
Keep going."
Nice.
Guy's a beauty.
And then it was, yeah.
Whoa.
Ah!
Disregard.
And then,
Yeah, that's terrifying.
this is pretty funny too. We go outside. We see that's where we met Lindy and her husband. I can't remember. Is it Ross or Scott? I had two names written. I can't remember.
Lost
I
it.
hope it's one of the two.
Yeah, I think you're Braden. I think you're just getting too big time. You can't remember anybody's names or anything like that. You're fucking big time, man.
Want a cup of coffee in the big time?
Yeah, buddy.
So this was actually hilarious too because she comes out and she goes, "Oh, Braden, you look so bored." I was like, "No, I'm fucking dying. I was so hungover." So then we're like introducing, and then Andrew's like, "Oh, it's me, Andrew." She goes, "Oh, didn't think you'd come." And Andrew's like, "Oh, why?" And she goes, "Oh, I didn't think you were that dedicated."
Yeah, roasted.
Boom roasted.
Little does she know, I just don't get fucking invited anymore. I thought I was just getting cut from the team.
Well, maybe it will happen.
And she's like,
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh, can I get a video of you saying Space News?" I was sure. I was so hungover I couldn't hold my phone. I was so shaky. I was like, "Oh, Space News!" Oh God. That's where we met Augie too.
oh,
Man,
Augie's a
Augie's
huge
a-
beauty.
Augie was a beauty.
He became one of
Augie-
the crew.
Yeah.
Augie
Yeah.
was pretty much one of the boys from that the moment
Yeah.
he met us.
Yeah, for the rest of that day. Yeah.
Hashtag. You know what we'll call him? The Brown Recluse.
Yeah, he's fucking badass.
Yeah, Augie's dope. Augie's a good time. Went for lunch, met some more fans. Then we get a call. Andrew gets a call, comes across his phone.
Dun
Holy
dun
fuck.
dun.
I sellied so hard. I threw my phone in the air.
Yeah, you did.
Tell us about the phone call, Andrew.
I don't even remember. I was too fucking exhilarated.
So Andrew,
I saw a
basically-
Los Angeles number on my phone and just fucking phone in the air. Went for a little fucking victory lap. I was losing my shit.
So from the time we lost Andrew's wallet, there had been AlienCon had gone, but we had scoured, which meant someone had Andrew's wallet when we were looking because there was nowhere it could have been.
Not
So
a fucking
Andrew,
chance.
like every 5 minutes, was going to the fucking front and being like, "Is the wallet turned in? No. Wallet turned in? No. Wallet turned in? No."
Well, this entire time,
So-
because if somebody stole it, I would assume they'd be using my credit card or tapping
Yeah.
my fucking debit. Not
and
once was it being
no one
used.
used it.
Yeah, it was clean.
So someone had it from the 4:00 seminar with Linda to now probably it's 2:00. We're having lunch. Someone had it for almost 24 hours. Never turned it in. Never did anything. So Andrew gets called and said, "Hey, like, guess what? It's your lucky day. Someone turned in your wallet to AlienCon."
Oh,
So
because they
Andrew
all
spikes
fucking
his
knew me by
phone.
name because I talked to every single employee in that fucking building.
Well,
Spike's
we also
phone
posted it. We also posted on,
dances.
on everything too.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So our leading theory is because we were so quick to go back into the building and stuff, we think during the picture, we think Giorgio, he's a kleptomaniac, pickpocketed Andrew.
Alleged
But because he's
kleptomaniac.
so big time, he just likes to hold them for a little bit.
He just does
and
it
then
because he
just
can.
and then just turns them
Yeah,
in.
he just does it because he can. Just likes to
He's like,
feel
you know what?
alive.
He's like, I'm such a G. Yeah, this gets my blood flowing.
Yeah.
He's like, let me take some. He's like, yeah, I got time for a picture. He saw your fucking Costanza wallet. He's like, easy, Mark.
He couldn't take it away.
I got.
He couldn't
Yeah.
handle it. He couldn't fight it. Had to
Yeah,
take
he's
it.
like, all right, I'll quickly snatch this one up. And then he just kind of tosses
He
it in
probably-
the lost and found the next day around 3.
He probably saw the amount of cash in it and just instantly felt guilty. He's like, I gotta
like,
get this
"Ooh,
back. This guy's fucking
sorry."
broke.
Like normally I'd send this back earlier or later, but
Yeah.
he looks like he needs it.
Yeah, fucking
Um,
I did.
all allegedly, of course, but that's our leading theory. So
And then shit
we
got
now have the
wild.
wallet. So now we're rejuvenated. Everyone's pumped up. There's no clouds hanging over the rest of the
No
evening.
more bitter beeps.
Or bitter beebs. Honestly, any type. So he's like, you think someone would turn it in now? Can we go check it in now?
Check, maybe.
It was the point where we're all like, no, like it's gone, man. Let it go.
Yeah, it's gone, dude.
Yeah.
Andrew wanted to like retrace the drunk steps we did in case it fell on the street and someone had left it in the
So
street. I was
glad
like,
we didn't do that.
no,
so
dude, like no
fucking glad.
one's doing that.
Well, she said it was exactly where I thought it was in that fucking like
Yeah.
the stadium. Like it was.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes.
So anyways, so then what was the last seminar we went to? Oh, we went to that hilarious guy.
Why space?
Yeah.
Y Space. He was a radio host.
Yeah, and he was fucking brilliant.
Oh,
He's great.
so funny.
He's hilarious.
I had his
Dan,
name.
do you remember his name?
Oh, I was like Sean Showstock or something like that.
Yeah, it's the Showstopper.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah, he was really good. He was super neat. Wasn't he? I thought he was like the senior SETI guy.
Yeah, he was an
his
astronomer.
title?
Oh, maybe, yeah. But he
I
was
think he worked with the SETI program.
Oh, here he
and
is.
was
Yeah,
like-
Seth Showstock.
Seth Showstock.
He's a senior astronomer at the SETI Institute.
That guy was great.
He was funny because he went up there and he's like, "Why space?" He's like, "They didn't really tell me what I was going to talk about today. Why space? Let
Like,
me hear. I
printed out
got
some
a couple
real
notes."
quick, and so here we go.
Yeah, he was fucking funny. He was good.
he actually killed it though. He knocked it
Oh,
out of
yeah.
the park. It was
No,
fucking
the guys are
unbelievable.
Even the question things, like the question people came up, and I love the difference between like you get the people who come up and ask like at the Ancient Aliens panel, and they all know that it's really a theory, or what do they say? It's not a theory, it's a hypothesis.
Yeah.
And when people ask them a question like, do you think blah 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 blah, and they have to say like, it's possible, you know.
Yeah.
But when you go in and ask like an actual senior astronomer from like a SETI program, this guy's got degrees in like astrophysics and stuff like that, and they ask him a question like, you know, what's outside of space or whatever, you know, and he's like,
There is nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
There is nothing outside of space.
Yeah, there's
He's
no
like, I know
theory.
it's kind of hard for you to like, it's hard for everybody to kind of wrap their mind around the concept of nothing, but it's nothing. Like, I just love his answers. It was good.
Yes, he had witty answers. When the guy asked, like, when the guy went up, it was like talking about the Big Bang. He was like, how do we even know the Big Bang even existed? And he just like instantly just like dropped knowledge bombs on him. And the guy was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, we can literally tell what the universe looked like during the Big Bang just watching a hydrogen bomb explosion, and you can measure the amount of hydrogen in the air. Like, particles are like the percentage of hydrogen in a certain square meter, and then you can pretty much extrapolate data from that into the Big Bang. So we know there was a Big Bang. We know how long ago it was. Yeah.
yeah. He wasn't giving into any theories at all. He just was like,
he was nailing that, dude. That was funny.
But no, the seminars were all not all good, but they're all entertaining in their own way.
Yeah.
I would have liked to went to more, but they all overlap each other, so you can really only go to like 3 a day.
Yeah. And the food wasn't that great there, so you have to leave for lunch anyway, so then you're going to miss one.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, we forgot to talk about, we went to the Women of Star Wars, and it turned into Dan's panel. Dan was just like, took over. The girl's like, oh, you want to come up here and talk? And Dan's like, well...
Well, we stumbled in there, and she was just talking. I felt bad for her because there wasn't that many people in there. There was only like, maybe like 20 people, maybe less. And she's asking questions like, "Who's your favorite female Star Wars character?" Or what are your favorite, the prequels or the sequels? And like nobody was interacting with her at all. Like nobody was saying anything. So I just started saying stuff, and then kind of turned into nerding out about Star Wars. And I don't know a shit ton about Star Wars. I mean, I know a lot more than your average person, but
you know more than
really
she
funny
did. So
yeah,
you knew more than her. So
it was pretty funny. But yeah, I was like, if this is the panel that they have here, I was like, we could have had a panel.
We could have had a
next
we could have had a 10
time for sure.
a.m. panel, an opener, 100%. And we could have called it. We could have had Mr. Conspiracy come, Miss Conspiracy's Power Hour, and people could have asked him questions. We could have watched while he fumbles through his fucking notes.
We could have just had a roast of Mr. Conspiracy up there.
Yeah. He would have left.
Perfect.
He would have stormed out. He would have
I guess we've
punched
done
us
that
all.
already.
Yeah.
He would have punched us all and left.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's funny.
Then we had one last night at Tchotchke's, and we didn't disappoint.
Oh,
fuck, we had time.
We had one last night in Pasadena, and
we went
did not waste any time.
No, we did it
So,
right.
Oh, dude, it was really fucking good time. We sang some karaoke. Chris, Jess, and Nicole were like, you know what, guys, we're gonna request you a song, and I wasn't sure. Like, we're like, oh, whatever. And then I was like, you know, what'd be a funny one for us to sing is Country Roads. And then, sure as shit, they requested Country Roads for us to sing. And
Hey, we didn't fuck up that time.
The guy's
we
like,
killed it.
The guy in the mic's like, alien theorist theorizing. You're
Yeah.
up. And we're all like, yeah.
Oh man, I still can't get over that chick that sang Separate Ways.
Oh, she fucking
Yeah.
killed it.
It was
Oh,
okay.
so
So it
good.
was so good because there's like a lot. There's like these 4 different people that just took turns doing these like really gushy fucking like romance R&B
and that
songs.
one fucking
and this
blonde
one chick
wouldn't stop like humping
This
the
one
floor.
chick's
Yeah.
fucking just like twerking and humping the floor and like grabbing this guy's legs as he's singing some fucking bullshit. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, it felt really like out of place. And then this chick rolls up wearing a Street Fighter shirt. And then I hear Separate Ways start going.
She killed it.
And then she fucking killed. I lost my mind. I was bowing. I was like, we're not worthy.
Yeah.
I had to run up there. She was so rad. Gave her a tarp too. Gave her a
Gave alien tarp.
I was in love. She's the coolest. She fucking killed
Oh,
her.
wait, backtrack. We forgot a huge elephant in the room we forgot to talk about. We went to the after party of Alien Con.
Lame.
Hilarious. We walked in there listening to the fucking Cupid Shuffle. Fucking it was just super weird. Everyone's
weird.
like standing around. It was like a middle school dance.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
It was really weird. I don't know why you would have that kind of party for those kind of people.
It was weird. Yeah. So then we were there for like 20 minutes. We're like, let's go to Tchotchke's.
Fuck yeah, Tchotchke's.
But oh, dude, it was so much fun. I was like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm still hungover. Next thing you know, we're fucking doing shots again. I'm like, oh, fucking, woo woo.
We gave shirts to the Tchotchkes, to the server.
We had to.
The bouncer.
We had to give it to the bouncer because Braden almost fucking kissed him the other night. He's so fucked up.
Yeah.
We had to.
He remembered. He liked me. He asked for a picture with me before I left.
Well,
Oh, that's nice.
when you got there, he was like, you last night, like you're. At first, we hated you, and then we realized you're being funny, and then like, but we had to kick you out because like eventually you had to go. Then we got
Yeah.
to the next day. He's like, all right, that was fun last night. Don't do it again.
Let's not do it again.
Let's not do it
Yeah,
again.
He
He's
gave me a
stern,
slow
too.
clap when I walked out. I was like, look at me. I'm fine. I'm not that drunk. He's like, ready to go, man. I'm
You're
proud of
pretty-
you. I was
No,
like,
don't you remember when we left? We're like, no, it'd be funnier. I tried to take a video, but I fucked it up. I was like, no, man, you got to pretend to throw him out so I can get it on video.
Oh yeah. I forgot
So
about that.
he like puts you in an arm bar and like fucking headlocks you and then like just chucks you out. But I couldn't get a clear video. It looks stupid, but
Look like Gimlin's fucking picture.
yeah, it was definitely blurry.
Yeah, it was blurry.
So yeah, we fired one off. So here's a funny build up before we get to the next bit of our story. Off of that, apparently, one of us took a picture with someone in a cowboy hat. That night, Saturday night, it was like Friday night, and this girl's like, no, it was Saturday. And she was messaging us on Instagram, right?
All right.
And then it was kind of a weird conversation because she's like, yeah, you took a picture with my friend. Do you have that picture? And I was like, I don't remember taking a picture with anyone in a cowboy hat. And then I messaged everyone. Everyone's like, no, I don't have a picture of anyone in a cowboy hat. So I'm like, hey, listen, like, you know what? Maybe another fan, someone else took it. If I ever see a picture of one of us in a cowboy hat, I'll send it to you. And she's like, cool. Who am I talking to? And I'm kind of weird by that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Who do you want to talk to? She goes, I don't know. Who is the person I took the picture with? So I like sent her the picture of us. And then I'm like, which one of these guys? And she's like, oh, like this guy. She points me out. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I wasn't that drunk on Saturday, and I don't remember taking a picture with anyone in a cowboy hat. And then she like does a smiley face, and then she's like, it's pretty good. Like, oh, like, so what do you guys do? And then I'm like, holy fuck. I think this girl thought we were famous or maybe like mediocre famous.
Oh.
And I'm like, so I go, oh, you know what we do? Like, well, we do a comedy podcast. Unfollowed instantly. Unfollowed. Just unfollowed us.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
Pretty funny. So, anyways, we leave the bar. We do the long walk back. Me and Dan split up from the group because we wanted to go to the AM PM and get some fucking dirty burgers, some supplies.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were a mess, dude. You were one step forward, two steps back. So, anyways, me and Dan like walked to this front door of this of the apartment building, and now there's gates where the gates have always been open any other time. So we're standing there, and then like we're standing at the gates, and we can hear Andrew going like, "Braden," me and Dan are like, "Hey," we're like, "Hey."
We gotta
And then
we
he's
gotta,
like-
we gotta rewind a little bit here. We gotta rewind.
Okay.
So you guys go to AM PM.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Andrew are back at the fucking gate now, and there's the guys told me when we went to the Airbnb is like sometimes they lock the gate at night. So if you do, like, there's a code, there's like a lockbox, and it spits out a key. You open the gate, put it back in the lockbox. You're all good. It's like, oh, no problem, man. Sounds easy. So we get back there, and like we're trying to, man, we must have tried it like, I don't know, 10 times each. I'm looking at my Airbnb, like my records, like, no, that's definitely the code. That. Push the arrow button, open. It wouldn't work. Like they either changed the code or whatever fucking reason. So now we're fucking climbing around. Like we're trying to get into the
Spider-Man
building.
shit.
We're scaling walls, scaling decks, trying to see any open window. I don't know if there's people living in this place or not. I don't know if it's all empty or like there's just a couple of Airbnbs. But I'm like fucking knocking on windows.
Dude, we had to jump from roof to roof.
Fuck yeah.
Do you remember that? That was fucking nuts.
That was later.
Oh, that was later when you got back. You boosted us on the next floor. But initially, we're on the first deck and shit.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Now, I'm going to actually tell one more embarrassing part of the story for me.
Oh, the Half Hortons incident.
So, we're coming home from the bar. I had like I had a pizza that night and I had a bunch of beer.
Cheesy pizza.
Cheesy pizza, which is like, I can't eat too much cheese pizza, but I ate the whole fucking thing because I'm on vacation. So the whole way back, I'm like, man, I really got to go to the bathroom. Like, we'll be back in 5 minutes. So now, actually, it's funny too, because early in the day we were talking about something similar.
George Brett.
George Brett is telling a story about how he shit himself in Vegas. Right?
Best fucking story. If you don't know what that story is, take fucking 5 minutes. Go into YouTube, type in George Brett shits pants. Just type that into YouTube and you will not be disappointed. It's fucking amazing.
So it's a story about how he shit his pants. So going back to my story now. So I get back to the place and the gate's locked and we and Andrew are on the fucking first balcony. We can't get in. I'm like, man, I'm going to shit myself. There's no other option. There's nowhere to go. There's fucking nowhere to go. The AM PM's too far. I don't know anything else around. So I was like, you know what? This is it. It's going to happen. I hop off the roof and pretty much copy that lady from Tim Hortons like about a month ago here. So we call it it's now a half Horton.
You went half Hortons.
Went half Hortons.
He shit, but he didn't throw it. So it's a half Hortons. It's a half Hortons.
So I just find this like back retaining wall in this garden, and I was like, this is it, man. Like I can't hold it anymore. I'm going to shit my pants.
Grip it and rip it, man.
So I fucking did it, and right when I finish, I hear Brain and Dan come walking back, like, Andrew, Zell, the fuck are you guys? Andrew's fucking up on the roof. I'm like behind the corner. I'm shaking, like trying to get everything out I can.
Like a dog.
Yeah, like
get
fuck.
Water.
Yeah, I had to do whatever you can. But you know what? It came out. It was so bad that it came out pretty clean. Anyways, that leads us back now. Braden shows up. Braden, what are you thinking at this point when you get back and like the gate's locked?
Me and Dan are sitting there drunk. We're like, yo, come let us in. And Andrew's like, no, let us in. I'm like, I'm fucking outside. He's like, I'm outside. I was like, I can hear you on the deck. Like, let me in. He's like, no, you're on the deck. I was like, so we were talking at either end of the gates, but our voices sounded like we were coming from the roof. So we're having this fucking idiot argument. Dan and I walk around the corner, and everyone's standing there. And we see Zelly, like, scurrying in the alley in the back. I was like, what the fuck is he doing back there? So then we're like, we fucking devise this plan. I'm like, okay, I'm going to boost Andrew. I boost Andrew. Andrew climbs me. I just mount the wall. He climbs me.
I climbed like a fucking spider monkey, man.
You did.
I was up that shit fast.
So he gets up there, he jumps, and then Zelly, who I don't know, has just shit. And then this is what's worse because he may have had loose shit in there. I don't know. So then I turn to Zelly, I go, you know what, dude? I should probably boost you too in case you have to boost Andrew one more time if there's something else.
You brought it on yourself.
So then I hold the wall. Zelly climbs me and I boost him. I look up. I'm looking down the eye of the storm there.
You're pressing up on his shitty ass to boost him up there.
I couldn't figure out why I got pink eye so bad all week.
Double pink eye.
So these guys go up and I go up and I'm hanging with Dan and we broke into another door. We got like a bucket handle and we're like fucking around with the door handle. We're like, oh, hopefully these guys can jump down, get into our building, and then come down and let us in. I don't know what's happened. I hear someone like, hey!
Oh, fuck. Okay, let's bring it back to us. Let's bring it back to me and Zell now.
Okay,
so me and Zell are on the roof.
Braden boosts us up.
We got to fucking me and Zell got a fucking parkour hardcore to get over to the other side. Remember that shit?
Well, so Andrew, I was so fucking drunk, I should not have been on the roof. Like I was about ready to fall off the roof.
I was fucked up.
So Andrew fucking parkours up this thing. I'm like, oh, that looks like the hard way. So I fucking climb on the rail. The rail is so run, I bust the rail. Bam! Smash through.
Fuck.
So I'm hanging onto the roof and I break through. So I'm hanging. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I lift myself back up. Like, all right, I'll try the other rail. Step on that one. Boom! It breaks too. So I have to fucking scurry my way, like slide up. I got scratches all over my chest.
Yeah, I got lit too.
So now we're on the third. We're on the third floor.
Yeah, I was fucking.
Which is where our Airbnb is.
No luck. All the windows are fucking locked, but there's still hope. There's a fire escape all the way to the top to this like ghetto ass little fucking barn
little
door
fucking
looking thing.
Loft.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go see if that. You never know. It's fire exit. Maybe it's open. I'm gonna go check it out. Fucking parkour up that shit. Feeling awesome. Get to the top. Jiggle the door.
Oh.
What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. I like almost fell on the ground. Guy scared the shit out of me.
Instantly, when the guy yelled, I instantly realized,
We're
like,
gonna die.
I was like, we're in the States. The guy's a gun. He's gonna shoot Andrew.
Oh, yeah,
he's gonna
we're fucking
kill
dead.
him. Kill him off the third floor.
We're
He's gonna
gonna
fall off
fucking
the
die.
fucking roof. He's gonna die. He didn't, but
No, he didn't shoot us. He just screamed at us.
it's like, don't you fucking ever do that again. And then we were like, oh, sorry, man. It's Airbnb. We're locked out. Like, sorry. Like, then we had to fucking get down off the roof,
Which was sketchy.
which is just as sketchy.
Yeah.
And fuck, I don't remember what happened after.
How the fuck did we get off the roof? I don't even remember getting off the roof.
I was so drunk. I don't know what happened.
You guys just all of a sudden you guys came around the corner. And were like, oh, you didn't do it. Oh, we're fucked.
So yeah, and then
And then
we were just sitting at the bottom gate for a while, weren't we?
Pouting, kicking
Pouting.
rocks, fucking pouting.
Like, we're gonna have to fucking
Well,
sleep in the
it's-
parking lot.
yeah, it's like
At this point,
the problem is
at
it's
this point we had to be up
2:45.
in fucking like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2:45 our flight. We had to be at the airport at 5:30, and all our shit's in this Airbnb.
Passports, everything.
So we're dicked.
Fucking dicked.
Luckily, this guy's wife is like, "Hey, those guys sounded pretty nice. Are you sure they're robbers? Or maybe they're telling the truth." So they come down. They see us. He recognizes us from I don't know when he saw us before, but lets us in. Fucking saved our lives.
Saved our lives. For sure. Oh, that was... I don't know why. I should not have been on the roof. You hear stories
None
like
of
that.
us should have been. We would have died.
You probably pick people up all the time who are drunk and trying to climb on shit and they fall through and fucking break their legs.
Drunk people are like 35% of our income, man. Seriously.
This stupid shit.
It was fucking crazy.
So, well, we made it back.
Yeah.
Story is...
Oh, it was a chore to get back though. I was so fucking I had the compound hangover all day Sunday. I had so many connecting flights to get home, but we made it and it was a fucking time.
It was a great fucking time.
I had such a fucking good time. That was
This
it. Seriously, was one of the times of times.
That was so fun.
It was definitely epic. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was real great.
I can't wait to do it.
Everything
Again.
was great.
I can't fucking wait to do it again.
Yeah, we can't wait to do another one. We're getting a panel next time. We're gonna work hard to get a.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
we're
gonna,
even
we're gonna
just
get a
press
booth,
passes.
or we're gonna get a booth. We could get.
Yeah, we need to do a booth. We need to do a booth. So
there
many
was
people
some
love their
hokey
shirts.
ass shit in those booths. I'm
Oh.
sure we could get one.
Oh, you just got to pay, right?
Some fucking chick was doing paper mache, papier mache. Like, I'm sure we can get a fucking booth.
Just live podcast the whole thing.
Fucking right.
But no, it was an absolute fucking. Thanks to everyone who come and made it special for us. Like, we were hoping to beat 3 fans, and we did that tenfold, and it was just incredible. So the amount of support, like Ryan said in a post earlier, we're a small podcast, and this was meant a lot. It was cool.
I was this entire podcast. I was like, I had my hand on my holster, waiting for the moment to fucking release some fucking Mysanuk, and I blew it.
Ah, my
Mysanuk. That was the
Mysanuk.
highlight of my fucking. That was the highlight of my trip. Was Dan's fucking obliterated tranny story. Mysanuk. That
Mysanuk.
by far was the best. I don't know if you want. You should save this shit for Patreon because you make $1 million. Dan needs to retell his fucking tranny Mysanuk story because that is my favorite thing in the world.
Story. I don't think so. That's just
Oh.
one of the few stories.
Well, the
Like,
best part about it too is you were so fucking drunk. You're like Crazy Eyes.
You Googled.
from Dr. Deeds, where the fucking movie was. Your eyes are going either way. Like, it was fucking hilarious. And you were kind of whispering it too, like you were trying to say it, but you're so fucked up that you were like, kind of, you know what I mean? And the best part too is you're not just saying this in front of the boys. There was legitimate fans there.
Everyone.
You know what I mean? Like, there's Braden's not wearing any fucking pants. He's so fucked up. And there's Dan fucking wobbling back and forth, fucking
That was
Mysanuk.
Mysanuk.
short.
That was the best fucking
Those
part
are,
of that.
those are my,
Fucking,
those the underwear.
that was the best part of the fucking trip.
Why don't we read some? Do some fan questions, and we'll get into some after hours.
Sure thing. Yeah, we did a little AMA on Facebook and Twitter.
Are you doing that right now? Or are you?
Yeah, I was going to. What you want to go?
I gotta go and soon o'clock. I gotta be up at fucking 5.
Hey man, whatever you gotta do.
Well, that's yeah. Well, see you later,
Fucking-
Andrew.
Wheeling and
Dork.
healing tomorrow. Fuck you. Somebody's gotta save some lives around here. All right.
Someone's gotta do it. It's not gonna be me.
Wheeling and healing. That's my new saying. That's it. That's what I do.
All right. Oh, there's way more questions than I thought there was gonna be on here.
Oh, holy shit!
Must have been the fucking Giorgio picture.
Must have been.
Ryan, you start from the top. I'll start from the bottom. Talk about why. So this is from Fernando Robles. Talk about why Canadians always say "friend" and "buddy."
Fwend.
Fwind.
Fwend, like Fwend.
Fwend?
I don't
Fwend?
know. We say, hey, listen, Fwend, I'm not your buddy.
Do we say that?
Huh?
I've never
Fwend?
I've never said
I've never
Fwend.
said
Fwend?
Fwend in my life. You think I got a speech impediment, buddy?
Buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I'll say buddy.
Buddy
Hey,
for sure.
Hey,
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 bud.
buddy.
Hey.
I'm not your bud, pal.
Yeah, fuck off. Get jerseyed.
You guys
Um,
say buddy and pal more than Americans.
Well, watch it, pal.
yeah, watch it, bud.
Fuck. You think this is, pal?
You think you're not my Fwend?
No, not at all.
What do you got, Zell?
From Cody Bromley. What made you so obsessed with aliens? Fucking cool.
Fucking aliens,
They're fucking-
in the words of George Tsoukalos.
Aliens.
Because aliens, man.
Because aliens. Why not? Fucking cool.
You know what?
You guys
I'll be
listen.
honest. I've never really been that obsessed with aliens. That whole fucking Alien Con brought me a little closer to aliens.
There's some good
That
shit there.
lady's fucking. I'm so mad that I slept a little bit through that lady's.
I
fucking-
recorded it.
I'm fucking pissed. I woke up and I was like, this is nuts.
That's what 25 beers will do to you.
Yeah, it was fucking.
Make you sleep.
Yeah, I'm a fucking lightweight, and I drank. That's the most I've probably ever drank in my life.
Might be.
Seriously.
Most of I've seen you drink at least.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
This one's a good round the horn. From Steven Estep. What's everyone's favorite cryptid? And if found out today that one cryptid was actually real, they're all real, which would you wish for? Dan, what's your favorite cryptid?
I'd have to go Sasquatch, like Bigfoot. Still my fave.
Yeah, I'm Bigfoot too, 100%.
Well, we're all huge Bigfoot fans, but I'm going to say, just for the sake of the question, Ogopogo,
Cool.
Ooh, that'd be
Pogo,
good.
Pogo.
which is our local
Go.
local lake monster that eats at least 4 or 5 tourists every year.
Yeah.
If you're a
But-
fan of Mike Tyson's Mysteries, season 2, episode 10,
Yeah.
there's
Ogo-
a quick Ogo Pogo.
Go.
Ogo Pogo.
Go.
They also did a episode on Monster Quest.
Yeah, they did.
Next,
No, I didn't get to say mine.
what do you got?
La Chupacabra, man.
Oh, right, yeah.
You ever remember that old punk song? La Chupacabra, gonna reach out and grab ya.
No,
fucking
who sang that?
I don't know. You should look it up. It's a good tune. Though.
I'll check, look it up.
Yeah, doing it right.
What's your question there, Zell?
Oh, let's go with, if you were an alien, what alien race would you want to be? From Kelly Hendricks. Well, depends
Zell,
what list.
we already know what you are. What kind were you? I can't remember.
Oh,
Linda told us.
I'm yeah.
You're one of the bad
Satan?
ones. You're one of the
Linda Howe told me I'm a trianguloid.
yeah blonde.
Trianguloid, yeah.
Triangleoid, yeah, that's right.
Ugly reptile.
Ugly red pals, big fucking noses, blonde hair, evil sons of bitches. So that's pretty much what I have to be, I guess.
Fucking, it makes sense. Lannisters. They're
Lannisters,
all
yeah.
Fucking Trenaloids or whatever.
Um,
Chicks dig it. That's the song.
Tranaloids. Chicks dig it?
Chicks dig it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably be I don't know. It's tough. Some sort of hybrid. Shitty, like gassy hybrid.
Something that can't really exist on this
yeah.
planet.
Yeah, with an alien. Eh? Well, I'd probably be like a tall gray, probably.
I would be a symbiote.
Oh.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, chick fuck.
Dan,
No,
what
that's
is-
not how you say it.
So in that-
Stupid bitch fucked it up.
Symbiote, right?
Symbiote. No.
Symbiote.
Symbiote, lady. Come on. Figure it out. But I'd definitely be a symbiote.
How come they're
Which
saying
one?
that weird in the new Venom movie
That's
trailer?
what I was
I
trying.
don't
I was
know.
just
That-
making a
that
joke towards
really
that. The
made
joke
me
did
so
not
angry.
land. It did not land at all. But whatever.
Oh, that's what you were trying to say? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I was trying
That's
to
the
be.
joke you're making? Oh,
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
but that's bad.
Well, if you guys
Uh,
were, you know,
I watched the trailer.
I watched it. I
I'm
got it
not
after you
excited
said
for
it.
that movie at all. I think that movie's going to be bad.
you.
I hate to say it,
stop
it's gonna be
Shh,
bad.
Shh. I've been waiting my
Um,
entire life to see a
well,
fucking Venom movie.
You saw Venom once and it was
No,
bad.
no,
You're going to see
no.
him twice
That
as
was-
bad.
That doesn't count. Topher Grace was never Venom ever, not in a million years.
Dan, what kind of alien would you be?
If I could be any alien, I would be. Wait, are we talking about TV shows or just like
Everything.
Everything's wide open.
everything's wide open? I would probably be. Oh, what are they? Shit, that's hard. Because now I'm like the Klingon.
Fuck, why not?
Klingons would be fucking sweet.
Um,
It is a good day to die. Like, yeah, just be. Oh, that'd be nuts. That'd be fun.
Tom. Well, I'll ask this to you guys because I'm not going to ask. We're not going to each do 3, but each one of you can tell me. Each of you give me. This is from Amanda Chu. This isn't her question, but I'm going to modify it. Each of you give me a place you want to go to involving conspiracies. Like say Denver Airport. Where would you want to go? That's a conspiracy involved.
Oh, well, could you consider like Plateau of Giza?
Yeah.
Hiding that?
100%.
Hiding what's there?
Yep.
I want to go. I want to see underneath the Sphinx.
Fucking right. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
under the
Andrew,
What's under the
Andrew, where
Sphinx?
you want?
That's fucking cool.
What's yours?
I don't. Well, obviously, I'd love to. Well, maybe let's go to like where present day, well, previous day Mesopotamia, cradle of life. See if that's where where it actually all started.
Interesting.
That'd be
Dan?
dope. That would be dope.
If I could go anywhere, Vatican Archives.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a
I'd be in
good-
there in a heartbeat. I'd be like, "What's in there? Give me all your
Yeah.
books."
What's in the book? What's in the book?
What's in the book?
Sucralose. What's in the book? Yeah, I don't know. I maybe mix it up. Maybe I'd do like go down and it'd be fun to see the Nazca lines in person.
That'd be dope.
Like do a flyover and shit. Like go down there and do a flyover and then like look at some of the buildings and stuff. I'd like to do that. Go Green Children. Oh, this one. Is any of you guys? This one's actually just piquing my interest. Haley LaBouffe said, "Okay, have y'all heard the story of the Green Children in early England?"
What?
I've heard of that one.
What's
a good one.
that? What's that, Dan?
This was like back. I think it was like 16th century, 15th century. Apparently, these 2 children were found outside of a cave, and their skin was a notable shade of green. It wasn't like, or at least that's what they reported seeing back then. Like these kids were perfectly healthy in some and in every other respect. I also think they didn't speak the language. They didn't speak English or whatever. I mean, it wasn't really English back then, but they didn't speak the local language at least. And people taking them into, like, they were adopted into a village and things like that because they apparently didn't have any parents or anything like that. There's more details to the story, but we could talk about that later. That's a pretty cool story.
That's cool.
The only
Like, I'd have to do a little bit more research into it, but it'd be a good one.
green children I know are from New York, and they're fucking Raphael, Donatello,
Oh,
Leonardo,
yeah.
Michelangelo.
Eh.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Zell, what's the question you got there?
I'll do one from Twitter here from @Miss Emily Molt. Would you ever do an episode on the 37th parallel? It's a line of latitude. What?
We'll do the episode on the 49th parallel. We'll do episode on anything.
Anything you want.
We'll do it on all the parallels.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that. It's
That's going to be episode 1 of our arcing parallel series.
start from 0 and go all the way around.
We won't have a UFO case file of the week now. We're going to have parallel of the week.
Parallel of the week. Sorry, we're going to the 50th parallel. Yeah, we talk about anything. Of course, we'll talk about that. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's pretty much 37th parallel is called America's UFO Highway, and that's where a lot of the mutilated cows, horses, and a lot of other weird, strange shit has been claimed to be seen.
Cool.
That's what that girl Linda Howe actually talks about quite a bit, the cattle mutilations along that 37th parallel. So definitely.
Yeah, she did a lot of investigating into that when it was really big. When she was still doing investigating report. Like, I think she was on that. That'd be cool.
This one. Okay, this one's a shout out, but I'm gonna say the shout out just in case if it's real. This is from Chuck Cheney. Chuck Cheney says, "Shout out to my girl. Will you marry me, Jackie Frey?"
Whoa.
That's from Chuck.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if that's real, but
Hey.
will you marry him? You got to now.
Got to now.
Shout out.
Let us know.
You have to
Let
now.
us know how it
It's
works
an
out.
obligation.
World's
This is a
listening.
binding contract.
If you say no now, that's a bitch move.
It's a huge bitch move.
All right, let's do. I'll do one more. Let's do one more question, and then I got to read some Patreons, and then we should probably wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'll shut this one. Okay.
Okay, one more from Twitter. Your thoughts on black holes growing to the point they ingest the whole galaxy to the point where it collapses and the Big Bang happens again. Damn. Why not?
A whole galaxy, though? I don't think that's enough. It's
No.
not enough energy.
Maybe he meant universe.
Well, the thing is, like, black holes only consume, or at least the theory is that black holes only consume, like, enough matter to satisfy, like, what, like, proportionate to their own kind of mass. So it's like, whatever the mass of a star was, they're going to suck in that much, and then they're done.
And what happens to him after that, though?
So you'd have to have a huge black hole.
Yeah, but
You know, you could have a galaxy wide. No, I don't think that's possible.
why would it stop sucking in matter? What happens to it when it just becomes dead?
Well, no, like the black holes have like a finite mass, and it's like they kind of suck in. It's kind of like a vacuum pocket, you know. It's like you have enough, it sucks in enough air, then it just kind of, you know.
Oh, I always thought
And
they would never end because it just continues to gain mass. But
the matter that makes up black holes, like there is matter in there, and it's just extremely dense, or at least that's how I understand it. And it's like they would suck in enough matter to like balance it out, and then it would just would just stop existing. It would stop being a black hole.
it pops into a different dimension and creates a Big Bang. There we go.
That, or it turns into a white hole or whatever it is. Because I mean, scientists theorize that there's, you know, the black hole sucks something in, and then on the other side of wherever it is, it comes out. Like that matter comes out because it's got to go somewhere.
Gotta go somewhere. Cool. I'm gonna read some Patreons. It's quick. We haven't gave a shout out to our top tier guys. Couple of them are coming on here pretty quick. We got Alex, Jess Doyle, Graham Ashcroft, and our boy Drubaka. He's been supporting since the start. We love you all.
Chewbacca. I fucking love Chewbacca.
And then our newest pledges: Taylor Schmidt, Andrew Taylor, Philip Sadin, Rebecca Bloom, Ike Heyman went up. Oh, one guy deleted. That's all right. You pledged for a bit. You're the man. Zach Ludwig, Ashley Hatt went up. Raquel Carcamo, Kimberly Lauer, Sai Wei Zhao, Woos. You see this? Wow, Zhao. Wei Zhao. Tom Burt, Seth Gifford, Chad Cooper, and Chris Fahey. You guys, thank you very much for supporting the show. It's awesome. I didn't have Zell's Prolapse of the Week pulled up here, but we're gonna get. There's just too many. There was too many people that I couldn't choose one from our time in Pasadena. So, anyone that we met and we talked to,
I could choose my. I could choose 4.
I could choose. Well, yeah, I could choose. We could go with the ones who did a podcast with us. Actually, while we're there,
let's go 3. They went above and beyond.
Let's do it. Zell's Prolapsers of the Week from Pasadena. We met a whole bunch of people that we love. These are the ones who gave us all the shirt, hung out with us the most probably, and did a little podcast with us.
Yeah, beauties.
Chris, Jess, and Nicole.
Beauties.
Thank you very much.
Buddy, you gotta add Augie in there. Augie was a
Oh, you know what, Augie?
dude.
You know what? We gotta say a quick shout out to Augie too,
Augie's a
because
beaut.
he left the bar and we've been drinking a lot. So Augie, we hope you made it home,
Oh
buddy.
shit! We don't even know if he's alive.
We don't know what happened to Augie.
Oh shit! I hope he's alive.
He's alive.
I think he was responsible and
Hey.
took an Uber.
I hope
That
so.
guy tangles with brown recluses and tells a tale. Nothing's getting that guy.
Nothing's stopping that
That's true.
motherfucker.
Touche. Yeah, it gets hard as fuck.
All right. Anyways, like we always like to say on these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
Yeah.